Hey guys, welcome to this channel. We are glad you are here. If this is your first time of being here, we encourage you to subscribe in order to get notified whenever we upload a new video. And if you are a returning visitor, we really appreciate you for coming back. What we want to talk about today is how to easily create a subdomain. Usually, a subdomain is an attachment to a domain, and we need it to give an extension to our domain. There are sometimes we build websites and we don't want to host or attach some information to our main website. In such cases, we would like to attach them to a subdomain. For example, you have a business and then you built or designed a website for that business. That means you've gotten an official website for that business, but you would like to create a blog, and you want to make sure that your blog contents are on a different website, not really on your own main domain. So that's when you create a subdomain. You don't really create a fresh, or you don't really register for a new domain just because of that. You can easily do it by creating a subdomain, and it is free. Usually, we have it free whenever we register for a domain and then get hosting services attached to that domain. So if you've been able to register a domain and you've gotten your own hosting service active, what you would do for you to progress is to log into your hosting service provider, and then you click on cPanel under services, and then you will land at this cPanel interface. Once you are here, your first area is email, so you are going to go all the way down, and then we are going to see here, you see files, databases, and then under domains, we are going to have something called subdomains. This is our place of interest. So we are clicking this to be able to create a subdomain so that we'll be able to attach items to those website items to that domain without necessarily putting those things, contents. Let me say that's the best way to describe it. Website content without necessarily putting them on your main domain. And if you can look closely, you see that this is ninidigitalservices.com. This is actually my main domain here. But for example, I want to create something I don't want to, have anything to do with directly have anything to do with this domain. So I would like to, create a subdomain so that those things will reflect there. So let's just imagine that the domain, the content I want to create is blog. So I will now write something like blog. I will now type in blog here. I'll put blog. So that means that I want to create a blog that will carry the name ninidigitalservices.com, but the content will not necessarily be attached to this main website. So you will see it whenever you see a website with the address something like blog.themainwebsitename.com. After creating this website, this blog subdomain, and then putting all the content there, whatever we put there will reflect on the address as blog.ninidigitalservices.com. So the address of that blog will be blog.ninidigitalservices.com, not necessarily just ninidigitalservices.com. It has to show that extra dot. And whenever you see that blog dot or something, any content dot, anything dot before the main website, that tells you that that is not the actual website, it's a subdomain. So that's what that means. So we are going to create a subdomain with this name, blog. So after writing the name of the subdomain that you would like to create, here, after writing it here, what you will do is to click on this button, create. Now, if you have more than 2 domains with this same hosting service provider, by clicking on this drop down, you'll be able to see all the domains, and then you select which of those your main domains you would like to attach this subdomain to. So in this case, I only have one domain with them, so that's why only one of them is appearing. So just in case there are 2 or 3, you will be able to select which of them you would like to attach this your subdomain to. So in this case, since it's just one that I have with them, I'm just going to click on that, and then here, just by typing in the name here, you can also see it here. So this will go straight to the public HTML folder, and then it will be a different a folder beneath within the public HTML folder. So we are going to just click create, and just by clicking create, we'll be able to see the domain below. Yeah, just by clicking create now, the domain has been created. You can see success. blog.ninedigitalservices.com has been created. Look at this, is what I'm talking about. So it is now blog.ninedigitalservices.com. So whenever you see something like dot before the main website, that's an indication that the website is not hosted on a main domain. It's actually hosted on a subdomain. So we are going to click go back, and when we do that, we should be able to see all the subdomains that we created. In this case, it's just one, so here it is. Here you can see, and just in case you don't like the subdomain and you want to delete it or you want to remove it, either way it's the same. You only have one option for removal here, which is remove. Now that doesn't mean that it's different from delete. Yeah, if you click on remove, it's actually the same as delete. So that is, by clicking here, you'll be able to delete the subdomain and then create another one just by doing exactly what we did. So the process is easy, and it's very easy to go by. So after creating the subdomain, I would like to show you where this subdomain will be located. So let's go to our cPanel, and then we can go to files, and then inside the files folder we should be able to see the public HTML folder. Here it is, public HTML. So public HTML. So inside the public HTML, we should be able to see blog here. Look at blog. So if we want to host a website directly on the main domain, we will have to directly put the content on this part, which is the one that is appearing. And these contents are for for ninedigitalservices.com. So we are not going to mess around here. So these contents are for a live website. So now that this is a subdomain, if we want to create a blog and we want to transfer all the content of that blog to this blog subdomain, what we do is to click on that blog instead of directly clicking on that public HTML. Now if you click on public HTML, you see that these are the content that are appearing. These contents are live, but here these ones are not. This is a fresh interface, so you can upload new website contents here without any problem. So that's how it works. That's how to create a subdomain, and then that's how to, the same way I've shown you how to delete a subdomain if you don't like it, and that's also how to locate where the subdomain that you've created will appear under your file manager, directly under the public HTML folder. So that is it. Thank you for watching.